Hello, I'm Daniel, and welcome to the Emunah Project. We here at the Emunah Project are continuing in our series of videos with respect to education, information, inspiration, guidance, advice. And in a previous video, I commented on the biblical commandment to remember that we were slaves in Egypt, along with remember Yetzias Mitzrayim, the exodus from Egypt. There are these constant remembrances we're supposed to have. Remember the giving of the Torah, remember the Sabbath, remember Amalek. And one of them is remember what God did to Miriam. And the verse is Deuteronomy 24:9. Remember what the Lord your God did to Miriam on the way as he came forth from Egypt. Now, the Torah itself doesn't specify what it was, but we know from Chazal that what the Creator did was to punish Miriam for Lashon Hara, for speaking ill against Moses. And it's Rashi that comments that this passage, Miriam's punishment, serves as a model to others, to admonish them not to speak Lashon Hara, not to speak malicious gossip against people, because we will be punished with tsaras, with what's badly called leprosy, badly translated as leprosy, just as Miriam. It's the warning that Rashi gives. However, when we go to Yonasan ben Uziel, the Targum Yonasan, he puts a slightly different interpretation. Not to be unduly suspicious of people. Now, while the punishment was for Lashon Hara, the Targum Yonasan, Yonasan ben Uziel, says it began with her being unduly and unnecessarily and wrongfully suspicious of Moses and his behavior. That was what gave rise to the slander and the Lashon Hara. It began earlier with a spurious suspicion. So, according to Targum Yonasan, included in the prohibition not only to say, not to say Lashon Hara, and not to listen to it, and if you listen to it, not believe it, Yonasan ben Uziel says we're prohibited even to suspect someone of wrongdoing. Judge people favorably. Give them the benefit of doubt. Don't immediately jump to conclusions that the person's up to some monkey business, or they have some sort of nefarious intent, or they're being sloppy with their observance. Judge people favorably. Don't start off with this malicious and unfounded suspicion, because that will prompt you, that will necessarily lead to evil speech, Lashon Hara. This suspicion is, according to Targum Yonasan, it's a component of Lashon Hara. When we incorrectly suspect someone, this suspicion grows in our minds, and we share our feelings with others, and that sharing is, of course, Lashon Hara. If we were to view people in a positive light, give them the benefit of the doubt, this path towards slander and malicious speech and hatred would have no place to begin. It would never even get off the ground. So, in our efforts to guard our tongues, let us also try to guard our minds. Don't be suspicious of people. Don't start off with a presumption that they're doing something incorrect, improper. Judge people favorably. If it's possible to give someone the benefit of the doubt, that's what you start off with. You don't presume the person is doing something wrong. You presume he's doing something right. Presumption of innocence we have in our law. The court starts off with a presumption that the person didn't do it. And it's up to the prosecution to prove that the person did it. Same thing with us. Start off with the presumption that the person is doing well, he's doing fine. And what looks like something is amiss, there's got to be a good reason for it. You may not know what the reason is. Judge people favorably. That closes the door, and that lets that temptation, that horribly strong temptation for malicious speech, stops it dead in its tracks. We're going to be doing more videos along these lines. Please come back. Please watch. Please learn. And until next time, on behalf of the Emunah Project, I'm Daniel, and thank you too much.